Welcome to our exploration of solutions in chemistry. In this chapter, we'll break down what solutions are, how they're classified, and why their properties matter in both science and everyday life. Whether you're curious about how salt dissolves in water or why certain drinks taste sweeter, understanding solutions is the first step. Let's start by defining what a solution is and set the stage for a deeper dive into their fascinating behaviors and characteristics. Solution is a homogeneous mixture composed of two or more substances. In simple terms, it means that the components are evenly distributed at the molecular level, so you can't see the individual parts. For example, when you dissolve sugar in water, you get a solution where sugar molecules are spread out evenly among water molecules. Solutions can be solid, liquid, or gas, and they're all around us, from the air we breathe to the drinks we enjoy. Solutions can be classified as ideal or non-ideal based on how their components interact. In an ideal solution, the forces between different molecules are similar to those between like molecules, so mixing doesn't cause any energy change. Non-ideal solutions, on the other hand, show differences in interactions, leading to heat changes or volume changes when mixed. Understanding this distinction helps chemists predict how solutions will behave in various situations. Concentration of a solution tells us how much solute is present in a given amount of solvent or solution. It's a key concept because it determines the strength or weakness of a solution. For instance, a concentrated lemonade has more sugar dissolved in water than a dilute one. Chemists use different units to express concentration, depending on the context and what they need to measure. Molarity is one of the most common ways to express concentration. It's defined as the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. For example, if you dissolve 1 mole of salt in enough water to make 1 liter, you have a 1 molar, 1 m solution. Molarity is especially useful in laboratory settings where precise measurements are needed for reactions. Molality is another way to measure concentration, but it's based on the mass of the solvent, not the total volume. It's defined as the number of moles of solute per kilogram of solvent. Molality is particularly useful when studying properties that depend on temperature, since mass doesn't change with temperature, unlike volume. This makes it a reliable unit for certain chemical calculations. Normality is a concentration unit that relates to the equivalent weight of the solute. It's defined as the number of gram equivalents of solute per liter of solution. Normality is often used in titration and reactions involving acids and bases, where the reacting capacity of the solute is important. It helps chemists quickly determine how much of a substance will react with another. Mole fraction is a way to express the concentration of a component in a mixture. It's calculated by dividing the number of moles of one component by the total number of moles of all components in the solution. Mole fraction is a dimensionless quantity and is especially useful in thermodynamics and when dealing with gases or mixtures with more than 2 components. Solubility refers to the maximum amount of solute that can dissolve in a given quantity of solvent at a specific temperature and pressure. It's a key property that determines whether a substance will dissolve or form a precipitate. For example, sugar is highly soluble in water, while sand is not. Solubility varies with temperature, pressure, and the nature of both solute and solvent. Several factors influence how much solute can dissolve in a solvent. Temperature is a major factor. Most solids dissolve better at higher temperatures, while gases are more soluble at lower temperatures. Pressure mainly affects the solubility of gases. The nature of the solute and solvent also matters. Polar solutes dissolve best in polar solvents, and nonpolar in nonpolar. Understanding these factors helps in designing solutions for various applications. Henry's law describes how the amount of gas that dissolves in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of that gas above the liquid, at constant temperature. This law explains why soda fizzes when you open the bottle, the pressure is released, and dissolved carbon dioxide escapes. Henry's law is crucial in fields like environmental science and beverage production. Rayoult's law states that the vapor pressure of a solvent in a solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. In other words, adding a non-volatile solute lowers the solvent's vapor pressure. This principle is important for understanding how solutions behave, especially in processes like distillation and the design of antifreeze solutions. Colligative properties are characteristics of solutions that depend only on the number of solute particles, not their identity. These include boiling point elevation, freezing point depression, vapor pressure lowering, and osmotic pressure. Colligative properties are essential for understanding how solutions behave in real-world scenarios, like why salt is used to melt ice on roads. When a non-volatile solute is added to a solvent, the vapor pressure of the solvent decreases. This phenomenon is known as the relative lowering of vapor pressure. It's a direct consequence of Rayoult's law and is used to calculate the amount of solute in a solution. This property is important in industries where controlling evaporation is crucial. Adding a solute to a solvent raises the boiling point of the solution compared to the pure solvent. This is called the elevation of boiling point, a colligative property. For example, adding salt to water increases its boiling point, which is why it takes longer for salty water to boil. This effect is used in cooking and industrial processes to control temperatures. When a solute is dissolved in a solvent, the freezing point of the solution is lower than that of the pure solvent. This is known as depression of freezing point. It's why salt is spread on icy roads in winter. It lowers the freezing point of water, preventing ice formation. This property is widely used in food preservation and antifreeze solutions. Osmotic pressure is the pressure required to stop the flow of solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from a dilute to a concentrated solution. It's a vital concept in biology, as it explains how cells regulate water movement. Osmotic pressure is also used in water purification and medical treatments like intravenous therapy. Isotonic solutions have the same osmotic pressure as another solution, typically referring to body fluids. When cells are placed in an isotonic solution, there's no net movement of water into or out of the cell. This balance is crucial for medical applications, such as intravenous fluids, to ensure cells maintain their normal shape and function. Hypotonic solution has a lower osmotic pressure compared to another solution, usually the fluid inside a cell. When cells are placed in a hypotonic solution, water enters the cell, causing it to swell and potentially burst. This concept is important in biology and medicine, as it helps explain how cells interact with their environment. Hypertonic solution has a higher osmotic pressure than the fluid inside a cell. When cells are placed in a hypertonic solution, water leaves the cell, causing it to shrink. This process is called plasmolysis in plant cells. Understanding hypertonic solutions is essential for fields like medicine, food preservation, and plant biology. Colligative properties are important because they help us understand and control the behavior of solutions in practical applications. From making ice cream to designing antifreeze, these properties allow us to predict how adding solutes will change boiling and freezing points, vapor pressure, and osmotic pressure. They're essential in chemistry, biology, and industry. Solutions are everywhere in our daily lives. From the air we breathe, which is a solution of gases, to the beverages we drink, solutions play a vital role. Even cleaning products and medicines are often solutions. Recognizing these examples helps us appreciate the importance of solutions beyond the laboratory. Nature is full of solutions. Oceans are vast solutions of salts in water, and our blood is a complex solution carrying nutrients and gases. Plants absorb minerals dissolved in water from the soil. Understanding solutions helps us make sense of many natural processes that sustain life on Earth. Industries rely on solutions for countless processes. From pharmaceuticals to food production, solutions are used to mix, dissolve, and react substances efficiently. Water treatment plants use solutions to purify water, and chemical manufacturing depends on precise solution concentrations for quality control. In medicine, solutions are critical for delivering drugs, maintaining hydration, and supporting life. Intravenous fluids are carefully prepared solutions that match the body's osmotic pressure, ensuring safe and effective treatment. Understanding solution properties is vital for pharmacists and healthcare professionals. Cooking often involves creating and manipulating solutions. From dissolving sugar in tea to marinating meats, understanding how solutes and solvents interact can improve flavor and texture. Food scientists use solution chemistry to develop new recipes and preserve food safely. Environmental scientists study solutions to understand pollution, water quality, and atmospheric changes. Solutions help explain how contaminants spread in water and air, and how they can be removed or neutralized. This knowledge is crucial for protecting ecosystems and human health. Modern technology relies on solutions for processes like battery operation, electronics manufacturing, and material synthesis. Solutions are used to deposit metals, clean components, and create new materials with unique properties. Advances in solution chemistry drive innovation in many high-tech industries. Let's quickly review the key terms we've covered. Solution, concentration, molarity, molality, normality, mole fraction, solubility, Henry's law, Rayoult's law, and colligative properties. Understanding these terms provides a solid foundation for further study in chemistry and related fields. In summary, solutions are a fundamental part of chemistry, with wide-ranging applications in science, industry, and daily life. By understanding their properties and behaviors, we can better appreciate the role they play in everything from medicine to environmental science. Keep exploring, and you'll find solutions at the heart of many scientific discoveries and innovations.